Once upon a time, there was a king who had a large kingdom. The king had a camel that helped him win battles. He was very energetic when he was young. This camel is very brave. He jumps into the middle of any enemy army and attacks it fiercely. Runs here and there among the enemies and knock them down. Breaks into enemy strongholds and destroy them. Fearlessly faced the arrows and swords of the enemy. He was constantly injured in battle. But none of that could stop him. Thus, this camel played a great role in the security of this kingdom. The king loves this camel very much. A number of servants were appointed to look after him. The king personally looked into the needs of the camel. Time passed. The camel is now old. He doesn't have the strength he used to. His body weakened. Therefore, it was not possible to do the things that were done before. Gradually, the camel was stopped from being taken to war. The food for the camel did not arrive on time. The servants dedicated to his service were reduced. The previous concern is gone. Finally, the camel started wandering around in search of food. His body was dirty due to a lack of washing. One day, the potter, who supplies clay pots to the king's palace, was late in bringing pots. The king brought the potter and asked the reasons for the delay. The potter said, "My lord, because there is no animal to pull the clay, making pots is delayed." This delay would not have occurred if there had been an animal to use for bringing the clay. Then the king said, "Where is our old camel now?" "My king, he was walking around the city." "Then grab that camel and use it for your work." The king permitted. From that day on, the potter used to tie the camel and transport the clay. Thus, the camel did all the work of the potter with great sadness. While working hard, the camel met the king's chief minister one day. The camel recognized the chief minister. The chief minister also recognized the camel. As soon as he saw the chief minister, the camel remembered the past. He remembered how he participated in wars with the chief minister. At the same time, he remembered the situation he was in now, and tears came to his eyes. Seeing the current condition of the camel, the chief minister felt very sad. The minister also remembered the past. He immediately decided to talk to the king about this. The chief minister went to the camel, touched its head, and consoled him. The chief minister, who came to the place, met the king directly. "My king, I want to talk to you about an important matter." "What is that?" "You have no problem with that." "State your point." The king permitted. "My king, I think you remember the camel that gave you and me a great help in winning many wars and saving this land from enemy threats. There is no part of his body unscathed by an arrow, a thrust of a sword, or a thrust of a spear. Arrangements have been made for such a heroic camel to wander in the city today without a place to go. Not only that, but now you have given permission to use that camel for the potter's work. The camel met me today and told me about his sorrow in tears. Seeing that brought tears to my eyes too. It is a low act to take a job when someone can and throw it away when someone is old. It's a job fit for villains. It is not suitable for a king like you. Treating the camel that has shed so much blood for this country and for your kingship in this way will surely harm your reputation too." The king listened attentively to the minister's speech. The king then realized that the decision he had made without further thought was wrong. A message was immediately sent, and the camel was immediately brought to the place. From then on, the camel was again able to spend the rest of his life in comfort.